So I have very few expectations going into this because I don't really know what happens, but I know it looks cool. Content warnings. It does not contain excessive violence or explicit sex. However, it does deal with mature topics. Oh. Wow, okay. There is a lot here. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. I like that they've done this. No sex, I'm out. Oh shit, it's going to talk about mortgages. I like how you can spoil who dies. Yeah. It's possible to witness the deaths of many wild animals, some by your own hands. Okay. So there's a lot. I think more games should have a button where it tells you if a dog or cat will die. Yes. Wait, I need to honour Sleepy's new model. Tomato. That's so good. Yep. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I do like that they are open with this. Because now you have the choice, like, do I really want to go ahead? Wake up. Warning, this game deals with mature subjects and may not be suitable for all players. Please see our content warnings in the system menu for a detailed list of themes and events. Okay. So some of this might not be pretty, chat. Be aware. You wake to chaos, a confusion of light and heat and smoke, fire. Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here. Or what on Vertumna is happening. Or Vertumna is happening. There's something important you need to remember. Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet, then collapses. Your body aches and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. It's your friend. Your friend? Wait, why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is a ringing in your ears. What's going on? Hi, chimps, welcome in. You try to speak, but the words come out jumbled. Your throat seizes around a lungful of choking smoke and you feel dizzy and confused. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. She throws her arm over your shoulder and half drags you towards the door. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. Glowing eyes. You shake your head to clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog, like from Earth? Oh, it's a pupper. Okay. The creature howls and lunges, its jaws open. Oh, I don't like that puppy. No. A good pupper. Music is pretty baller. Oh, look at this. This is so Flash Gordon. You were born on the Stratospheric, Earth's first colony ship, halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the Sol system. Oh, the artwork's really cool. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens, which make fresh air and vegetables for the ship. Like the other colonists, they bravely choose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet Vertumna 4 in the hope that they could escape Earth's troubles. They had you the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merge their cultures and traditions. They name you... Ooh... I can't pronounce that, so I'm going to go for Solana. I like that. You're a bright-eyed child with an active imagination, sometimes too active, your mom says. Use the sliders on the left to choose your pronouns and late teens appearance. These can be changed at any time. The gender spectrum, that's actually really cool. I want to see... Why did I read endocrinologist? I don't know, Trix. I think that would be a very different game. Okay. So I can rename character. Oh, he, him, they, them, she, her. Feminine appearance in late teens, androgynous appearance in late teens, masculine appearance in late teens. Okay, let's go with they, them. Okay, we'll go with masculine. This is quite cool. Custom pronouns. Them, their, themself, they, kid. Oh, look at all these options. Okay, this is a lot of... This is a lot of options for how people... I'm guessing this is how people will... address you in the game and people around you. Lover, yeah, I know, right? Soldier, sister, brother, okay. Babysitter, parent. I'll stick with buddy. Captain, child, bud, person, adult. What are the ones right at the bottom? Use these buttons to replace entries below or customize them and... Oh, okay. Wow, there's so many options. Okay, I'm really impressed with this. Change them all to deer. Cat bag, so tempting. Partner is amazing. Yes. This game would kill She Who Shall Not Be Named instantly. Yeah. There's someone out there having some kind of odd fit because of inclusion. Anyway. Oh, this is really cute. You have vivid dreams of things you've never experienced. Dirt under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles and strange animals. You wonder if this was what Vertumna will be like. Every child on the stratospheric, I forget that's the name of the ship, is given one genetic enhancement. By age 6, you see the first signs of yours. Eagle eyes, extra fingers, absorbent brain, super strength, calm temperament, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Okay, so... Chat, my... extra fingers! Chat, my initial thought is to go for calm temperament, because that's very Matto. Feet as toes, that is not an option, but that would be awesome. Calm. But yeah, little vote. Shout in chat if you would like to see anything else. I know Thymie wants extra fingers. Thing is, it doesn't tell you where the fingers are. Also, absorbent brain. Does that mean I can do, like... I don't know. I don't know. But I'm probably going to go with calm. Oh, God. Wiggle, thank you so much for the hand shark. I appreciate it. That means you pick up stuff quicker. It might be, Thymie. It might be. What would your brain absorb? Other brains. Welcome to the X-Men. What's your mutant power? I'm just fucking chill, dude. Yeah, I'm in Xavier's school for gifted youngsters, and I'm like the local weed dealer. Because there's always one at school. Ferrero Rocher instead of eyes. Okay, I'm going to move on because you guys are freaking me out. Glocks so gun knees. Actually, that's not a bad idea, actually. Anyway, calm. Nothing can faze you. You're rarely frustrated, and you don't let anxiety get the better of you. That doesn't sound like me at all. You brush insults aside, always play nice, and never have to be told that sharing is caring. Look at their face. So chill. You're especially nice to your friend. Oh, okay. Energetic and loyal Anemone. Tough and gentle Cal. Bold and confident Mars. Quiet and adventurous Dis. Studious and mature Tangent. Shy and sweet Tammy. Oh. Oh no. Who do I choose? I love the name Tangent. But I love the idea of tough and gentle. Which one is Anemone? I don't know. Like, it doesn't say what they look like. It just says they're like their types. Is that the bear? The bear one? I don't know. There's 6 listed and 4 shown. I know, right? I kind of want tough and gentle so I can be maybe later on thrown like pizza dough. Quiet and adventurous would give you a sleepy friend. Oh, it would be Birch, wouldn't it? Cat had to help out with that message. Thank you for the help. Okay. Tough. Oh, okay. Let's try quiet and adventurous then. Bold and confident. Okay. Should we do a little poll? Just a little poll. Follow your heart. My heart says I want to be tossed around like pizza dough. So I'm going to go... Yeah, okay. We're going to go tough and gentle. We're going to go first choice. If you all really like this game, I might do multiple playthroughs and see what the other... Not your dick, your heart. Same thing. Okay. Oh, I can go and say, wait, that's not right. Follow your... Unlike his studious twin sister Tangent, Dis sits at the back of the classroom and doodles on his hollow palm. You bond while cracking jokes about the weird diagrams in your textbooks. His quiet nature and his morbid curiosity make him somewhat of a loner. Oh, he sounds a bit sad. Can we see Anemone? Let's see Anemone. No. Anemone. Anemone is the most enthusiastic person you know. Your favourite memory is the time she taught you how to play 0G sports ball after class. She never means to get you into trouble, but somehow you always seem to find it together. He watches Live Leak. Sleepy. I was thinking exactly the same thing. Okay, tough and gentle Cal. Cal is a sweetheart, always ready to lend a hand or play a game. He and Tammy are just as inseparable, so it's almost like you have 2 best friends instead of just 1. Cal teaches you how to take care of the classroom plants. Your parents are both very proud of you. Okay. Mars. Oh, hi, Mars. Mars is a natural leader. Whenever you're playing together, Mars is the one who comes up with all the ideas. She can be a little bossy, but that's part of her charm. She always organises fun stuff for the kids after class. You're both founding members of the Secret Fun Times Club? Dis we know. Tangent. Oh, secret option. Tangent sits right up front by the holoprojector and always has her hand in the air. She and her twin brother Dis drifted apart when she started genome treatment to make her body conform to her gender. Today, Tang is the girl you always knew she was, but her relationship with Dis is worse than ever. Wait. So Tangent is trans and her brother... Oh, okay. Interesting. Who's Tammy? Oh, look at Tammy. Tammy is the kindest person you know. She idolizes Auntie Sedent and is always following her around, helping her with the babies or learning how to cook. She has the best snacks at class recess and always shares, especially with you and Cal. She and Cal are just as close, so it's kind of like having two best friends. Oh, this is tough now. Stats on the left. I say Cal or Tammy. I'm leaning towards Tammy, to be honest. I like Tangent by default now. Yeah, sorry, not Tammy, Tangent. Because I'm really curious to see what this story, how this story goes. But yeah, there are stats on the left, so... Okay, I'm going to try Tangent, because I'm reserving judgment for this. I'm going to see what happens. This is the toughest choice I've ever had to make. Tammy looks so sweet, though. Okay. Let's go for Tangent, because I might need some brains. Because I have empathy naturally. But we need some brains. Okay. You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Howell says it's like a doorway to other star systems with the planet Vertumna 4 on the other side. You run emergency drills for months to prepare. Tammy would tell your parents if she saw you smoke weed. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble, then things start to slide off the tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pods just in case. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's going to be fine, Slana, your dad soothes. We'll be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it, just like we practiced. Your mum gives him a sharp, worried look. Oh no, red emergency lights switch on as sirens begin to sound somewhere distant in the ship. You try to breathe slowly like you were taught, but you're very scared. You look out a porthole. The stars are gone. When you're frightened, you put on a tough face. No, get in touch with your emotions. Oh, I can only get in touch with my emotions. Gotta go. Have a fun rest stream, Thymie. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. Sleepy, please. You bawl like a baby. It feels good. You aren't the only one. Nearby, your classmate Tammy has tears streaming down her cheeks. Mars is trying quietly to console her. She sighs as your crying makes Tammy wail even more loudly. Your dad puts his arms around you as you let it out. You wait. The shaking builds. Then everything starts to get very weird. The hallway stretches, and you're stretching too. Your arms impossibly long, your head feels like it's slowly filling up like a balloon and contracting down to the size of an atom at the same time. Is this the wormhole? You hear the distant ominous squeal of metal giving way as the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion. The weirdest part is a sense of deja vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know somehow that everything's going to be okay. The shuddering reaches a crescendo. You hear an impossibly loud crunch and feel weightless for a few seconds, before gravity slams you back against the wall head first. You black out. As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once. And more than just one tomorrow, lots of them, different tomorrows. You find yourself in a place that you know from dreams. Tilled fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger, but also not a stranger, grinning as she grabs your hand. Hurry up, she says. I'm not going to let you miss this. Distantly, you feel the ship's shaking has stopped, and you hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. You drift. Wow. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the medbay. The medbed under you plays a soft tone and an automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completed healing. You may now be safely discharged. As the fog lifts from your head, you realise something seems different about this room. It's so bright. You try to focus on the window. Something is definitely different. Sunlight, trees, ground, trees. Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. You peer out and see fields, glass-walled domes, and walls ringed by giant mushroom-like trees. There are construction materials everywhere and people walking around outside, on the ground. You better get out there and join them. Rush outside to start your new life. Cautiously step outside to start your new life. Let's do some rushing. That's what I'm up for. Let's go. Oh, wait. Oh, that's me. Oh, Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship's quarters behind her. You're awake. Are you all better? You better go see your dad. She points southeast towards some geodesic domes. Can I talk to you? Yes, I can. Tammy looks concerned. You slept for so long after you bumped your head, she says. I bet your parents were worried. Your dad is working over in geoponics near those domes. They're called greenhouses. I would go with you, but this is as far as I've been from the ship since we landed. Tammy stammers, blushing. It's scary outside. Tammy agreed. Okay. Can I go in? Engineering. A low throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides power to the colony. Other corridors lead off from teaching labs and medbay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of this wing is off limits to children. Congruence, the ship's onboard AI, beams down at you from a nearby holoscreen. Don't forget to study hard, Solana. Okay, I won't. What's this? The garrison, a small team led by Security Chief Rhett, was enough to keep the peace on the stratospheric. To stay busy, they also ran the exercise gym and sports ball courts. Here on Vertumna, the garrison has expanded fast. They're building a huge wall around the colony and have an outdoor firing range and a big covered dojo. And best of all, a regulation-sized sports ball court. Hell yes. Oh, there it is. Sports ball. Oh, hey. Solana, your dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy that you're finally awake. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year, my snoozy little gooseberry. Aw, he's so cute. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. Ah, you love your dad. Welcome to Vertumna, he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the stratospheric from outside, except in pictures. The ship has been separated in two and parts taken off to form other buildings and a big wall around the whole colony. The alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting their way up the hill. It's beautiful. I'm glad you agree. Your mother and I, we've been waiting a long time to see grass and trees again, even if they are purple. Oh, before I forget, he pulls a package out from his satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is? He asks. You honestly don't. You remind him you've been asleep at medbay. Happy birthday! He shouts, giving you a warm hug. Your birthday already? You feel a dizzying sense of deja vu. You stare hard at the wrapped package. You know exactly what's in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package. Some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun that your dad made by hand. Open the package. How did you know this? It's exactly as you imagined. As you dreamed. A feeling of panic rises in your throat. Your hand shakes, but how? Your dad notices. Are you okay, Solana? He snaps his fingers. Doctor Instance shouldn't have let you out so early. Sometimes those sleeping meds take a while to wear off. They might make your head feel funny for a few hours. You nod. Maybe that's all it is. Someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm so sorry, Solana, but I have to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed and... He stops himself. Don't worry, we're going to fix it. Your mother and I. Professor Hal is expecting you in classes, if you're feeling up to it. Your dad says, pointing west to the engineering wing, in the rear end of the bisected ship. Then he points to the large doors you came out of earlier. Or you can relax in our quarters until you're feeling better. We'll talk later tonight, he says, then kisses the top of your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Solana. I love you. Okay. Love you too, Dad. To enter buildings, press the A button near a door or flag or tap the touchscreen. It's got touchscreen? Hell yeah. Then choose an activity for the month to gain skills and advance time. There are 13 months a year and 10 years to the end of the game. You'll only have time to focus on a few things. Oh no. Choices matter. Oh no. Okay. Geoponics. Leave. Okay, so I'm expected at school. Oh, here's this guy. Hello. You see Dis sitting on the ground beneath some bushes. Is he hiding from somebody? He seems to be watching the gate in the wall to the south, where grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed past the walls, he says quietly, without looking up. They say there's nothing to be afraid of, but then why do we need walls?
Why are you the way that you are?
Choices Matto? Oh, I should have a Choices Matto season. Also, thank you, Darlo. You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through the wall, something enormous and dark and wriggly. For years in space, you've had half-remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of sifting through the wreckage that used to be your home, trying to find something. Your dad always told you the dreams weren't real. Breaking from your daydream, Dis whispers, I think there are monsters out there. I believe you. No, you don't, he says. You're being sarcastic, I can tell. Nobody believes me. He turns his back and ignores you. They're huge and wriggly and dangerous. Stop making fun of me, Dill pouts. Dill? Dis pouts. You're as bad as Mars. Okay. Let's... Oh, there's another person. Everybody hates me. It's so true. Hiya, Solana. Anemone seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around with her foot, making patterns in the weird blue snow. This stuff is different from snow on Earth, she tells you, because it isn't cold, but it's still neat, and you can make stuff out of it. Your foggy head clears a little. Anemone is simple, physical, real. You always feel grounded near her. Why aren't you in school? Oh, what are you making, actually? Just snow spirals, she says. But earlier, me and Cal made a big snow pal. You missed it while you were sleeping in medbay. She smiles her broad gap-toothed smile at you. Now that you're awake, we can play. Why aren't you in school? She smacks her forehead. School, I wonder where everybody was. Guess I'm going to be late for humanities class. She doesn't look very worried to you. It's okay, she says. Professor Hal is chill. He won't mind, but we should probably go now. She grins and starts running towards engineering. Hey, race you. Okay. Engineering was this one, right? Pick an activity to do this month. Study life sciences, study humanities. I am a humanities kind of guy. So that's what I'm going to do. Creativity, persuasion, 1 friendship with tangent, mine, plus 15 stress. Okay, we'll do this. Welcome, Solana. Professor Hal greets you. I hope you're all warmed up and ready to study the glorious humanities. History, literature, language, media, and philosophy. And yes, if you're lucky, we'll have a little ancient Earth poetry too. He seems excited about that last bit. By the way, if anyone's interested in taking engineering classes, please register through Congruence's scheduling system so you have a chance. She'll be helping me teach them. Okay, there's an ad going on, so YouTube, we'll see you in a minute. We're being taught things. Today's assignment is an easy one, Hal says with a yawn, because I was up late repairing Congruence's subterminal and I could use a nap. I'd like you to write an essay on what the Vertumna colony means to you. Freedom, equality, democracy. My friends are all here. I feel safe here. Just doodle instead of writing. My friends are all here. That's what I like. You write about all your buds and the fun things you do together. When Hal wakes up from his nap, he asks you a few questions. He asks a few students to read their essay to the class. Mars is annoyed that you hardly mention her. Well, you aren't really friends, so... when you work or go to class, you'll play a card. You'll play a quick card challenge as the month passes. Move cards to fill the 5 panes and make the best hand you can. Yes, order matters. If your total in the circle on the right reaches the goal value, you win. Depending on your cards, some challenges can't be won, but you still get a reward for doing your best. Okay. Bonus for flushes, same colour together. Bonus for pairs, same number together. Oh, okay. This is getting... Oh, interesting. All right. Next. Bonus for straights, increasing from left to right. The more cards in a flush pair or a straight, the higher the bonus added to your total. Cards can also affect each other and can be rearranged to find the best total score. Oh boy, okay. Let's try this. And then go this, this, and this. So then we have 3 numbers for a bonus in the middle. Yeah, we got it. I love the art. It's really cute. Okay. Win. Victorious, you worked well this month. +1 creativity. Your skills increase when you work or go to school, with the extra skills if you win the challenge, and a kudos bonus if you make the highest scoring hand with your cards. Working also increases stress, which prevents you from working if it reaches 100. To relieve stress, take a month off to relax in the quarters wing. Okay. Always start my projects with a good stress cry. Oh, tomato. You can just take a month off. I know, right? Also, thanks for gigantifying that, Sleepy, which YouTube cannot see, but I appreciate it. Your parents have been working from first dawn to well after dinner every day. You know growing food is an important job and it's vital to get the crops in the ground right away, but there seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing up on the stratospheric when you saw them all the time. You stay up and wait for them at night before going to bed. Though you can tell they're exhausted, they make an effort to spend time with you. I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you, little gooseberry, your dad says. Your mum watches you as she works a pebble out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. How have you been holding up? I learned some stuff in school. I'm glad to hear that, your mum says. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. Your dad smiles, and Professor Hal will give you kudos if you get really good grades. You can spend those at the depot once it's open. You know, says your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mum, I think there is lots of different ways to learn, and school is just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby or by helping a friend. Your mum shakes her head and sighs, though you can tell she's trying to put on a gentle expression. We both agree that this colony is an experiment, and that means we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions about your education and future, and if that means you find your own way, we'll accept that. Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They may have ideas for how you can spend your time. And come by geoponics. We could use your help. Okay, so I've got work now. Age 10. Okay. Hello, friendo. I can barely take a day off. Sleepy. It's so true. Anemone is bumping a sports ball with her wrist, trying to keep it in the air. Heads up, she shouts, and bumps the ball in your direction. Think fast. Look out, a ball is flying towards you. Bounce it back. You bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. Anemone tells you about the new sports ball court, a proper regulation size court, way bigger than the little 0G1 on the stratospheric. Her brother Com is coaching the junior sports ball team this year. He's so great, she says. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome like him. You should come join us. Ooh, I can do a thing. Okay, there's the wall. Hashtag wall. Oh, hello. Dis looks at his feet and pretends not to notice you. Dare you to eat this worm? No. Okay. Do I have any other friends that I can talk to? Are they up here? Oh, it's Mars. Hi, Mars. Sharp whistle interrupts your thoughts. Hey, Solana, Mars calls out to you. Come here, I have a job for you. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here, she complains. This spark snow would ruin my good clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Tammy made me some soy sweets, but there's no way I'm going out in all this weather, she continues. Since you like running around in it, could you fetch it for me? Okay. Good, Mars claps. She's probably down the hill near our quarters. Mars sighs. She's scared to take more than a few steps from her door. All she wants to do is hide inside and make sweets. Oh, that's kind of cute, though. What's in here? Command. Command is a warren of long hallways and doors off to tiny nondescript offices. Everyone you pass seems to be hurrying off to something important. The end of the hallway opens up into a supply depot, which works as both requisitions office and general store. Beyond it are cavernous warehouses stacked high with supplies from Earth, now being gradually unpacked and distributed. Oh, we'll be hosting our first annual Vertumnalia Festival. Take precautions outside the colony boundaries. Xenofauna have been sighted in the area. Okay. We'll leave. Oh, there she is. Tammy is staring obliviously at the sky, smiling to herself. She startles as you approach. Oh, hello, Solana, she says, putting a hand to her chest. Do you need something? I'm here for Mars's soy sweets. Tammy smiles at you. Oh, it's so nice of you to help out Mars. She's a very important person, you know. She hands you a box wrapped in a pink and yellow scarf. One order of mango soy sweets made fresh this morning. Please tell Mars that she can have please tell Mars that she can have the scarf back, okay? She used some of her kudos to nanoprint it for me because it's so dusty here, but I think I'm getting used to it now. Tammy smiles again and tucks her hair behind her big elven ears. Mars is so cool, she says fondly. Sometimes she's kind of bossy, but I know she really cares too. Okay. If I can't make them eat a worm, I don't want to talk to them. Yeah, that was a really quick, like, no worm eating, nothing then. I want half. You gotta pay up though. Here it is. Quite hi to you, Bert. Welcome in. I ate them? No, that doesn't... No, here it is. You hand over the box of soy sweets with a smile. Mars takes it and giggles. You're such a good sidekick, doing everything I say. She opens the box and hands you a soy sweet. Your tip, she tells you. Oh, an administrator seeks looking for someone to do delivery jobs for the depot. I don't want to do it, because like, ew, running around out there, no. Just go through there, she says, gesturing to the door behind her, and tell them I referred you. Okay. Oh, I can't apply to deliver supplies because I don't have enough organising or strength. Sorry, toughness. Let's go and talk to... Let's talk to you two. I haven't talked to you yet. Hello, my little potato, your dad exclaims, smiling warmly. What have you been up to today? Just hanging in with my friends. That Cal's a good boy, he says. And have you seen Anemone? She's been out by the garrison playing sports ball. I think she's spent every day outside since we landed. He chuckles to himself. Guess that's what happens when you've got enough brothers to make your own sports ball team. He breathes deeply and looks around. Vertumna is magnificent, isn't it? You nod. Seasons, he shouts, throwing his hands wide. I missed seasons. Back on Earth it got much, much colder, and the snow wasn't half as pretty as our spark snow. He sighs, stretching. You just wait until dust season. Both the suns will be high in the sky and it'll be real hot then, you'll see. You find your mum hard at work setting up the greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen these plans pinned to the wall of your family's quarters for years now. These geodesic domes will house the more delicate plants from Earth, spinach, tomatoes, maybe even fruit. She takes a swig from her canteen as you approach. Looking for something to do? She asks. Remember, Solana, you're responsible for your own schedule now we've landed. You can decide how to spend your time so long as it's productive. Dust season sounds terrible. It does. I don't know if I'll like it. She points towards the engineering wing in the back half of the stratospheric severed frame. Quite hi to you, Shawnee. Welcome in. Professor Hal's still expecting you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help with the work around here. She claps her hand on your shoulder. I've got another minute. Anything you need to know? What's happening in engineering? What can I do in the quarters? What's going on in what can I do in quarters? If you need a break, you can visit the lounge and see your friends. But, she warns, raising a finger, I don't want to see you lounging around all the time. You need to work hard too. What are you doing in geoponics? She looks down and nudges at a sprout growing between her feet. It's green, the colour of Earth's plants. We're doing our best, she says, but it hasn't been easy. I just hope the potatoes and corn can handle the weather here, she says, glancing up at the sky. I hear it rains like hell in the wet season. She takes a long look at you up and down. You're growing fast, Solana, but you're still too young for real farming. Instead, there's a lot of soil that needs to be hauled. Seeing your disappointment, she nudges you on the shoulder. Don't pout. It'll help build those muscles. You'll need them now we're out in the real world, doing real work. Out here, we have to rely on our physical strength. She flexes her biceps. Your mum is really strong. What's happening in engineering? Al's teaching classes in life sciences. Your father thinks you're old enough that school is optional. I don't agree, but I'll be honest with you. We do need every pair of hands we can get. If you want to work with me here in geoponics, I'd suggest studying life science. If you don't have a good grasp of biology and ecology, I'm going to stick you on shovel duty. Garrison. Security Chief Rhett is organising a sports ball team. You used to play, didn't you, back on the ship? It'll be different here with planet's gravity. Of all the adults in the colony, Rhett and your mom are most like the soldiers you've seen on a holovid. For a moment, you think your mom's going to suggest something else, but she shakes her head. You're too young for defence training, so don't worry about that yet. Just enjoy yourself and stay out of trouble. Command? I think Seek said they need someone to deliver supplies from the depot, which I can't do. That's where Captain Governor Udicott works, but you shouldn't bother her. She's a busy woman, and she doesn't have your mother's patience with kids. Can I join expeditions? Oh, you're too young to leave the colony. It's dangerous. Your father would be worried. There's still so much we don't know about the world out there. Let the other adults find out, then maybe you can join them in a few years when you're older. She gives you a stern look. She isn't going to budge on this one. For now, stay inside the walls. Okay, bye. Alright, we've learned a lot. Looks like we have... That's the garrison. What's this now? This is engineering. This is the living quarters. Let's talk to you because you have a little bubble. See Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance to the lounge. You've known her for, well, your whole entire life. Back on the ship, you used to play with her, were her study partner, used to tease her. Why would I tease her? She's adorable. Used to play. Tammy had the best doll collection. After her mum died, her dad used all his nanoprinter creds to print her a different doll every month for a whole year. Her ears perk up when she sees you. Oh, hello, Solana. Her voice is soft and dreamy, like a beam of starlight. Do you want to play dolls? Sure. Why the hell not? We don't think Tammy will ever be too old to play with dolls. If anything, she has even more of them now. She takes you to her quarters and brings out the entire Spacey Stacy doll collection. A disturbingly realistic baby with real bowel movements, and two super fancy posable dolls named Lily and Tilly who can be programmed to move on their own. Tammy isn't very good at the programming, so Lily and Tilly just roll awkwardly around when you turn them on. You cover quickly by saying they must be breakdancing at a club. The two of you spend the afternoon making up stories of their rise to stardom as professional dancers. Oh, I got some stuff for that. That's cool. Okay. I kind of want to do some more brain stuff. Pick an activity. Study life sciences, study humanities. Ooh, okay. Let's do some more humanities. This month you're supposed to pick a play from a famous playwright and do a dramatic reading for the class. You pick Evam Indrajit, an existential play about a writer who struggles due to not having a clear sense of self and being unable to find meaning in his life. He's unhappy with the restrictive roles placed on him by society, but also paralysed by the pointlessness and absurdity of the cycle of life and death. You're not sure why, but something in it speaks to you. Okay. Oh, do we start with the stress cry again? Or first words? Okay. Stress cry, first words, first steps, discovering. Yay, super goal. Very appropriate for a 10-year-old. Right, Tomato? It's... yeah. Boom, let's go. You worked well this month. +1 creativity. Done. This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what someone is about to say or do just before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. This morning, you were sure Professor Hal was going to trip on an uneven floor in the cafeteria and spill his plate of hash browns. You even told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. As Professor Hal walked away, his hash browns safe for today, Mars called you a liar and a dummy. Wow. Quiet, hi Lumen. Welcome in. Probably need to find a way to de-stress. You're nearing the red. Yeah, you are right. Fuck you, Mars. Yeah, I know, right? At night, your dreams are mixed up with stuff you can't be real. You're chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying as you lift up a shrouded body into the colony recycler. Everything seems so familiar, but when you try to recall their faces when you wake up, they're smeared in your memory like wet paint. But what if? What if those things haven't happened yet, but they will someday? Anytime you try to tell someone, they think you're playing a trick, or that you're sick and need to go to the med bay. You eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? You don't want people to worry, you just want to be normal. Secret powers are fun. Ooh, secret powers are fun. But I don't want people to worry. Your parents have so much on their minds already. You have a feeling that something is happening at Geoponics that they don't want you to know. You don't understand it, but when they come home at night they look really sad. You don't want to make that worse. If you just keep going to classes and staying out of trouble, it'll be easier for everyone, yourself included. Next month. Okay. Oh, hey. Tangent is hunched over her hollow palm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. She speaks without looking up at you. Professor Hal wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalogue on the Colony Holonet, but I can't find it anywhere. Plants? Try looking outside. She looks down, then up and squints her eyes at you. Was that a joke? Well, it's not funny, Solana. I need to finish this bio assignment so I can start on the engineering lab after lunch. And then I have a physics quiz to study for. She rolls her eyes. If you won't help, go kick a ball or something with the other kids. As you inch away, Tangent has already forgotten about you and is back to her hollow palm. Oh, okay. Anemone runs up to you. Hi, Solana, she huffs, catching her breath. She grins. On the ship, adults are always saying, no running, Anemone, no running. But outside, there's so much room. I can run for 5 minutes in one direction, even more, after the roboplows clear the land for farms. Ooh, okay. I can't do anything with you because I need toughness. Can't do that either. Tammy has bravely left the safety of the ship's quarters and lounge since you landed. She's looking fearfully out from the doorway. I'm afraid of outside, she admits plainly with no trace of shame. My dad says I need to take baby steps, and that's okay if I approach new things at my own pace. Perform a random act of kindness? Yeah, I'll do that. You start simple. You give Tammy an enormous hug, sharing the love. Tammy gets a lot of hugs, but you make sure this one feels special. She hugs you back, wiggling back and forth happily. She's surprisingly strong. Thanks, Lana, she says breathlessly as you squeeze the wind out of her a little. I really, really needed that. Oh, before you go, she adds, and produces a box with a slice of cake in it from the folds of her skirt. Do you want this cake? They're so fun to make, but I need someone to help me eat them. I'll make you another on your birthday if you like, and we can trade hugs for cakes again. Oh, she's really sweet. Tight hugs are the best. View the notice board. Yeah, I can't do any of this here. I need to do more schooling, really. Hi, Solana. Mars says, looking you up and down with a sneer. Your shoes are gross. That's what you get for walking around in the dirt out there. She sniffs. Not me. I'm sticking to the ship until they pave over all that icky mud. You wonder if maybe she's scared of more than just getting dirty. Okay. Oh, hey, it's Cal. Cal is riding around the geoponics gardens on his hoverboard. The board comes to a sudden shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off, but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, Solana. Real ground is way harder to hover on than ship floors. There are bumps everywhere. Yeah, that sucks. Maybe hoverboards don't work outside. We all have to adapt. We do. Yeah, Cal exclaims. Things are actually way, way better planetside. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this. He runs over to a small depression in a nearby hill and presents it like it's something amazing. Look at this. A skate bowl. Cool. Can I try? Sure, but please be careful. Mum says if I break my hoverboard, we can't make another one. You take turns riding around the bowl, trying to get up enough speed going down one side to come back up the other. You don't land any tricks. It's hard just staying on the board with this uneven ground, but it's still fun. I got some strength. Hell yes. Okay, let's... Oh. Hey there, kiddo. Uncle Tonin blocks you away with a smile. I'm afraid Expeditions is off limits for you now. Oh. What's a float cow? Hop-eye. A manticore. Highly intelligent and predatory. Okay. There's a lot going on outside, it seems. I need some more stuff. So, register for engineering classes. Using Congruence's HoloNet scheduling system is almost a test on its own. You feel like a hacker navigating this confusing interface, but manage to add your name to the list of drop-in students. You're now eligible to join Tangent and some of the older students in engineering classes. Okay, so I can do that. Can I play sports ball? Anemone meets you on the court. She's bouncing from one leg to the other in excitement. My brother Com is organising the youth team, she tells you. Kombucha? What a great name. Offers you a high-fiving greeting, then tosses a sports ball your way. Let's start with a practice game to see what you're good at. You and Anemone are team captains. Pick your team. Anemone used to practice with Cal and Mars on the ship, but Tammy? You're surprised to see her here. Com will fill in to even up the teams, but he promises to go easy on the other side. I want to choose Tammy. Cal said I should join, but I'm not very good at sports. Where should I stand? She asks quietly. You aren't sure. You assign her to tackle back and tell her to stick like glue to the opposing team's offence. Maybe she'll get in their way instead of yours. Anemone chooses kombucha, of course. They bump fists. Your next choice. Mars is mean to me, so I'm going to choose Cal. Mind if I play goalie, he asks? Sports ball is fun, but it feels mean to score against the other team. You face off 3-on-3. Start the game. Toughness challenge. Let's go. Oh god. Looking for more difficulty? This harder card challenges option will keep you on your toes. No thanks. Want to focus on the story? This will replace future minigames with a quick coin flip based on your age and skills. I'll keep both of those off, thank you. Thanks though. Story challenges have 3 rounds instead of 1. After each round you'll keep the cards you didn't play and unlock an extra slot to play them in. Losing isn't always a bad thing in story challenges. Okay. Okay. Let's try discovering... Oh no, wait. Can I move? How do I move this? Dang it, I've done it wrong. There we go. And then I can do first words. to give me a little bonus. Yes. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Calm temperament. No, wait. Good old stress cry is back. Then we do calm temperament. Giggling. Crawling. If I get rid of crawling and put... That doesn't change the total. Let's do this one. Next round. Okay, I need to score 10. How do I score 10 in this? 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. Hit the goal. Is there a way to get... Is there a way to get more of this? Still 12. If I put this 1 in the middle, that's 6. Okay. Okay. I think that's the best I can do. Victorious. -1 stress and +1 kudos. Tammy tackles Anemone in a brilliant takedown that surprises everyone. She really took to her role as the immovable object. Cal makes an amazing jump save, but is winded when the ball hits him in the chest, not his ball. The score is tied, with Anemone and Con putting the pressure on, then blam. You score the match point with a rad spike all the way from the net line. Hell yes. +1 bravery? Look at me being all brave. Tight hugs are the best. Illuminati, you are so right. Early pollen. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's time for pollen. Oh, I can't study with her. Dang it. Tangent looks up at the sky and shades her eyes. It's too bright, she complains, and it's too hot. The nights are cold. Living on the stratospheric meant we never had to experience discomfort. Remind me, why aren't we putting our resources into repairing the ship? I don't know. But I need to de-stress somehow. I'm not going to dare you to eat a worm. Anemone holds her stomach as you approach. Does the air here make you feel hungry all the time, or is it just me? She wonders. I feel like I could eat a whole one of them mushroom trees. Just, She mimes shoving a whole giant mushroom in her mouth. Oh, I don't have enough for anything. Ugh. Oh, it's these two. Hello. Tammy's dad is the head of expeditions, which means he's out studying the jungle every day. This morning you see her crying in the doorway as he leaves. I don't like when he goes out there, she sniffs after he's gone. But he's so brave, and so are you. That's why I like you, Solana. Aw. All these characters are really cute, and I know someone's going to die, and it's going to be terrible. The suns, they're so warm. Well, the blue one is just kind of warm, but the yellow one is like a heater in the sky. The grow lights on the strato are bright, but never hot like this. It's so nice. What's Mars got to say to me? I have all this kudos and nowhere to spend them. Okay, I can't talk to you. Wait, what's this? You find a hefty red Xeno egg. Wait, what? A Xeno egg? Okay, this is all here. I can't help him with the animals because I need animals 20 or greater. Geoponics. I think shovel some dirt. It's your first day in the glorious world of agricultural soil conveyance. Have I been staying hydrated? I have, fake me, thank you. Good morning, Solana. Looks like you're working for your old lady. Hope you don't expect me to go easy on you just because you're my kid. She walks you around the geoponics wing and points out where everything is. Your job is to move sod, compost, plants, garden waste and equipment from one place to another. Get comfortable with this, she says, pushing a squeaky, old-fashioned wheelbarrow towards you. Now, any questions before you start moving that dirt? Let's get to work. Sodding work. That's my kid, your mum says, slapping you on the back. You stumble a little.
Why are you the way that you are?
Thank you, Sleepy. Your arms start to ache after the first hour of work, but you keep going. By the end of the month, you feel utterly drained and exhausted. And good, somehow. You can feel your muscles growing already. Hell yeah. Oof, okay. I need a goal of 11, so we'll do 1. Stress cry, sharing is caring, giggling, discovering, and wondering. I wonder if I can make this better. No. Can I do this? That's a 10 instead. Okay. Okay. Wait. I can use my medallion and this Xeno egg? I didn't realise that. Okay, cool. +1 to a card. Let's do it to this one. Use Xeno egg? Sure. Super. Oh, so it's a one-time use. Okay. But I did get a super win. So I get +1 toughness, a lot more kudos, and a lot more stress. You wake up from an afternoon nap. You squint into the pink-tinged light slanting through the windows. You must have fallen asleep in the lounge. Tammy's shadow falls across your nest of pillows. Oh, I'm sorry, Solana, she says, giggling. Didn't mean to wake you up. It's just so nice outside. With pollen sparkling in the sunlight. Sounds awful to me, dude, but I wanted to open the windows. You rub your eyes blearily. You're having the weirdest dream. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Auntie Seaton is making a new kind of candy. She says it's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? I have to go tidy the creche first. Then I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? Tammy skips off towards the creche, humming to herself. Go get that free candy. Hell yeah. In the cafeteria, Auntie Seaton is cheerfully handing out masses of pink candy. Fluffy and soft like clouds. Oh, Solana, she says, handing you a wand with some candy spun around the end. Here, try some of this. We used to have it on Earth. You pull off a piece and give it a taste. It's so sweet at first that your mouth puckers. You've never tasted anything so sweet and so real. It's not at all like the soy sweets that the kitchen nanoprinter can make. It melts in your mouth, leaving a gritty residue on your tongue. You wait until everyone is gone, but Tammy never shows up. You look down at the cotton candy in your hands. It's wilted a little from the humidity, but it's kind of like her hair, so you think... It's kind of like her hair, you think. Pale pink and so soft. You keep some to give her later. You're relaxing in your family's quarters after dinner. Your mum had to run off on some kind of council business, so you and your dad are playing a holo game together. When you're just about ready to head off to bed, your mum returns. You can tell from the defeated slant of her shoulders that something has gone terribly wrong. Your dad starts to ask her what happened, but she waves him away and approaches you. She sits down and takes your hand, holding it between her two strong, dirt-greased ones. Solana, I'm so sorry to have to tell you this, she starts. Her mouth quivers as she swallows, working on her next words. There was an accident this afternoon in the creche. Your friend Tammy has died. What? You try to understand her words. Tammy? Dead? That's not possible. You suddenly remember the cotton candy you were saving to give Tammy. Pink and fluffy, just like her hair. You put your hand in your pocket to get it, but what comes out is a sticky, dark red clump of hard goo. You stare at it, your mind blank. What happened? Your mum tells you as simply as possible that Tammy was killed by an electric shock from a broken holo projector. It was just an accident. You press her for more, for an explanation. A little girl is dead. Someone you'd grown up with. Someone so much like you. She wasn't sick or anything. You just saw her this morning. She was right there. Why? Your mum's eyes are sad when she tells you. Sometimes there is just no reason why. You aren't used to dealing with death, and you don't know what you're supposed to say or do. You sort of mumble, okay, then get changed and crawl into bed a full hour before your bedtime. So whichever friend you choose dies then? No, I chose Tangent as the friend, but... Or did I? You eventually drift off to fitful dreams of that small, sticky, red clump of cotton candy. So, I don't know, because we've had, like... The character has had dreams of people, of Tammy when she's older. So I'm like, what? Tang is pacing around in front of engineering. She looks upset. It shouldn't have happened, she says. Tammy's what? What happened to Tammy? It shouldn't have been possible. There was no reason for that holoprojector to break. Professor Hal said it had recently been serviced, and there was nothing wrong with it before. It just blew up for no reason. Nobody would have wanted to hurt her, so why? How? It doesn't add up. Sorry, Solana. I want to think about this some more. I hate it when I can't find the answer. You have a thing. Oh wait, you were her best friend. Cal is sitting in your mum's flower garden with his face in his hands. He's clearly been crying all morning and probably all of yesterday too. He and Tammy were really close. Whenever you guys used to play house in the creche, Tammy was always the mommy and Cal was the daddy. Even though you were just little kids, you kind of always giggled about how obviously they were going to be together forever, like a princess and a knight. I miss her too. Me too, he sniffs, looking up at you. You can see how puffy and red his eyes are. Me really, really too. Tammy always liked these flowers, he mumbles. Sometimes I pick them some for her. He runs his hands over the pretty white flowers. Don't tell your mom, okay? Tears well up and slowly leak out of his eyes. He doesn't even blink, he just stares at the flowers. As tears run down his cheeks, you decide to give him some space. Wow. This is sad. I did not expect that. 1 second. So weird. It's heart-wrenching, I know. But I'm... Okay. So I'm really... Because the character keeps having dreams where you see adult versions of these child characters. And I know we've seen adult Tammy. So... I wonder. Mars is staring into space, looking somber. She doesn't even notice as you come up beside her and barely reacts when you say hello. I'm thinking about Tammy, she says quietly. She used to sit down the hill there, in that spot in the sun. Every morning she'd just sit there for hours in the sun doing nothing, just being happy. You stare down the hill to the spot near the entrance to other quarters. You can imagine her there, working on some little craft project, humming to herself. I miss her too. And now she's dead, Mars says, making a face. How's that for fair? Of all the people, how come it had to be my friend? You don't have an answer. You've never heard Mars call Tammy her friend before, but of course she was. Tammy was everyone's scared little sister, even though she was older than most of you. Mars clicks her tongue. Oh yeah, Administrator Seek is looking for you. I guess they need someone to do delivery jobs. She waves vaguely at the door behind her, distracted by her thoughts. Well, I am at maximum stress, so I can't do them. I'm going to actually go and take the month off. Relax in the lounge. 100 stress, forget 1 memory optional? What? Oh, it's one of the... Okay. A repression mechanic? Well, we're going to try crawling. The colony is going to hold a funeral for Tammy. Do you want to attend? If you don't feel up to it, you could skip it and take the month off instead. Or you could just get back to work. Yes, I'll attend. The colonists gather in the recycling room. Bringing organics down to be recycled here is one of your chores. But you've only come here for a funeral twice. Both times a colonist had passed away from natural causes during the 20-year-long journey from Earth. This is the first time there's been a funeral on Vertumna, and the first time for someone you actually knew. The mouth of the organics recycler has been polished and a wreath of yellow flowers placed over the opening. Inside you can see a shrouded figure, Tammy's small fragile body. Tammy's dad, Uncle Tonin, is here, as well as your parents and Auntie Seedon, and the rest of the council. Cal is here with her mum and partners, already crying in their arms. The room is packed with people and the feeling of grief is so thick you can taste it in your mouth. Governor Udicott stands before the assembled crowd. There are no words to ease the pain we feel today, she begins solemnly. There is only the sad company of those of us left behind to share the burden of that grief. Tammy was our child, she continues, one of the first humans to be born in space and the first to die on an alien planet. In her short life she exemplified the very arc of human accomplishment, bending hopefully towards life beyond our humble Earth. She is the first of us who can truly call Vertumna home. Aww. I thought you could instantly forget the death of your friend. Sleepy, that would be an amazing mechanic. Udicott closes the door to the recycler. You hear Uncle Tonin sob over the harm of the particle disintegrators beginning their work. As a community, we remember Tammy. As a community, return her body to the soil that nourishes us. In this way, Tammy, our child from the stars, will never truly be lost to us. The ceremony is adjourned, but a few people stay back to console Uncle Tonin as he keeps vigil over the recycler. Cal and Uncle Tonin hold each other and weep openly. Oh my god, this is hot. This is savage. Your mum stays behind to receive Tammy's remains. As the head of geoponics, she'll be responsible for adding them to the colony's precious supply of brown soil from Earth. Your dad accompanies you to the recycling room. Out of the recycling room, he clears his throat. I want you to know you don't need to be okay, he says, clasping his warm hand on your shoulder. If you want to take the rest of the month off, everyone's going to understand. I am going to take the... Oh, wait, no. My stress is gone, so I'm going to go back to school. You feel better just having said goodbye. Tammy was your friend, but you feel like it was the best way to deal with losing her, is to throw yourself into your school and your work. Wow. Harsh stuff. So there's very little I can do. Tangent shoots you a distracted look. Sorry, she says. I'm not really good at cheering people up. That's fine. I'm going to go to school. Let's do some engineering. Okay, here we go. Let's go 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Oh, wait. Swap that around. Wait, what's the -1 for? -1 from playing sports ball. Oh, wait. I can just do this. Oh, hell yes. Okay. Okay. 22, super goal. +1 engineering. Nice. Late pollen. Let's do some more schooling. Humanities. You catch Tangent surreptitiously reading about the biochemistry of nucleic acids during humanities class, when she's supposed to be studying 21st century philosophy. Only Tang would shirk one school subject for an even denser one. Excuse me. Okay, so 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Oh, hell yes, I am smashing my schoolwork. Nice, nice, nice. It's time for Vertumnalia. Udicott and the council have called a festival to celebrate life here on planet Vertumna. Everyone gathers in the colony square to hear Governor Udicott's speech. In Earth's history, Udicott begins and then clears her throat as she waits for everyone to quiet down. Ahem. In Earth's history, Vertumna was known as the god of seasons, change, gardens, and fruit. It's no coincidence that our forebears of the Vertumna project chose to take on such an auspicious name in the hopes of seeding future bountiful seasons of humanity. We will continue this tradition of Vertumnalia, a midsummer festival to celebrate our Vertumna, this lush planet upon which we find ourselves today. Yawn or clap? Clap. Everyone cheers and applauds. The members of the council all get up on stage at a time, one at a time, to give their own short speeches. Governor Udicott announces each one. Here they are. When it's your mother Flulu's turn, she announces that tonight you'll be eating some of the very first crops grown from Vertumnan soil. Your eyes go to the feast table. Aboard the Stratosphere, it would have been mostly soy-based food from the nanoprinters, spiced up with what precious fruits and vegetables could be grown in the small growing bays. This year, the earth plants look even less robust than usual, but they're supplemented by some Vertumnan plants that you've come to appreciate. The juicy watatu pods and slabs of edible fungi. Udicott takes the stage after everyone in the council has said their piece. What is a festival without festivities, she asks. Professor Hal and Security Chief Rhett have organised a 3-part competition for the kids. Good luck, children. Which one do you join? Oh. I can do all of these, but... Oh, we'll have to find out after the ad break. Because the ad break has started. Hi, chat. If you're still here from the ads. By the way, if you're watching the ads, you can't hear me, but I appreciate you. Oh my goodness. This game is very... I'm kind of in love with this already. Even though it's been a bit tragic, I'm just like, okay, well, what next? Because it's been so very, like, there's been so many feelings already. So many feelings. Just to let you all know, if you are still here, and not in the ads, I mean, I will probably be playing this for another half hour, and then we'll swap over to something a bit more jolly. But this is great. I don't know whether to make a series about this. That would be interesting. And now I'm like, do I min-max all of my everything into like one area? It is a lot to think about. But yeah, I love a game like this. It is way more interesting. I say this all the time about games, but I pick these games and I'm like, oh, this could be interesting. And then I play it and I'm like, this is not just interesting, this is actually fantastic. Fucking Tammy, though. Ugh. Hot damn. Oh man, it's getting warm again. Good lord. Why are you so warm, world? Oh, also, random, to celebrate the fact I might have a job next week, or some work at least, I've pre-ordered the new Pokemon game. So if you're playing the new Pokemon game when it comes out, let me know. I'm curious to know who's playing with. Welcome back from the ads. I appreciate you all watching. It is a free way to help support the channel, and it also stops new people coming in from getting pre-rolls. Thank you so much. I hope your ads were fun. I kind of want to... do these just need reasoning, or do these improve something? I think... let's work on some toughness. A bot wrestling contest. This has been a classic competition for years on the ship. Someone has rigged up a hydraulic lifting bot to slowly stretch out, increasing in strength over time. The aim is to see how long you can hold it closed using any part of your body before it pops open. Anemone and Cal are competing with you. Cal doesn't like that it's a competition, but he does love bod wrestling, so... Okay. If I do this, this, and this... Ooh, 3 rounds with a goal of 41. Okay, move you to here. And you to you. No, that doesn't work. This works better. Wait, that's an 11. Oh, yeah, because the 2 1s are next to each other. Oh, okay. I'm learning. I'm learning. Goal is 30. Okay. Oh. Oh, the pink cotton candy. Oh, no. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4... That's 11. That's 9. Okay. If I do this, that becomes 7. All right. Here we go. Another 11 for me, please. Ooh, okay. Zero can just go on its own. Stress cry, pink candy. Sharing is caring, I'll move in a minute. Then first steps. I'll move that to here. This to here. This to here. Still 11. Okay, those two stay the same. The result is better if I do this. Yeah, it is. Give up! Oh no! Push through. Push through. Push through. Victorious! But not very. No skill changes? Anemone's brother Com is the judge. Awards bonus points for technique as well as for brute strength. You sit on the hydraulic bot and use your weight as first, then switch to a bear hug when it starts to wobble and push off the ground. You make it a full 5 minutes of increasing difficulty before it eventually springs from your grasp and scuttles into a corner, freed at last. You just barely edge out Anemone. She offers you her hand, then pulls it back at the last second before running away cackling. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much-needed break. During the first heat of dust, a few days' rest is exactly what you need. You feel refreshed. Cool. Okay, so I didn't get any... Ah! Aihi, thank you for this. That scared the crap out of me, actually. Let's talk to you. What do you have for me? Solana, Tangent says, approaching you with a purpose. We need to discuss my brother. Who? Dis? Yes, Dis, she says impatiently. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing. Ever since we landed, I barely see him anymore. He doesn't even come home at night sometimes, and I... She trails off and looks at her feet. Well, I'm not on very good terms with my brother of late, but, well, people are becoming worried. I get the feeling Tang is the one who's worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. I'll talk to him. He probably won't tell you, Tangent says angrily. Newton's apple, she swears. He won't even talk to me anymore. She sighs. You may have to follow him. I would, but everyone in the lab would know I was gone. No one cares where he goes during the day. Okay. Hi there, Aihi. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Anemone is running around the sports ball court, touching her hand to the ground at each corner. 18, she counts. 19. When she reaches 20, she collapses into the grass and checks her hollow palm. I'm training, she explains. My big bro Com says if I have to get my legs climatized to the planet if I'm going to be team captain like him. Here, got something for you. Cake. Thanks, Anemone says. Any excuse to eat a whole cake, right? Aww. Okay, can't go that way. I'm doing really well, thanks. I'm playing an awesome game. An awesome visual novel. It's really good. You're looking for Cal in the garden when you nearly trip over someone else, one of the younger kids, and they're blindfolded. Hey, they exclaim, ripping the blindfold off their face and throwing it to the ground. It's Cirrus, one of Anemone's brothers. He glares at you. I was almost done. Cal jogs over and grabs Cirrus in a friendly headlock, ruffling his messy red hair. Dude, you're so close. Cirrus stamps his feet and complains that you got in his way. It's not their fault, Cal says. They didn't know we were playing a game. Give me a sec. I want to teach them how to play. Cal turns to you as Cirrus leaves. Sorry, Solana, he says sheepishly. I was teaching Cirrus a new game, but he's more like an Anemone than I thought. Real competitive, you know? He stoops to pick up the blindfold, brushing off the dirt. I've been trying to come up with different kinds of games other than sports ball, he says. No winners or losers. I just want to have fun with my friends. Cal looks at you hopefully. Do you want to learn how to play? Let me check my schedule. Yes. Cal's smile looks like it's going to stretch right off his face. Radical, he shouts, jumping up and down with excitement. Okay, so first, put on this blindfold. The blindfold is a little scratchy and smells like dirt. You can feel Cal's big hands on your shoulders. I'm going to spin you around, and when I let go, you got to listen to my instructions. We're going to walk all the way to the cafeteria, okay? You nod. You can't see Cal's grin, but you can hear it in his voice as he spins you around and counts to 10. First, Cal says, you've got to walk forward 10 steps. Do you follow Cal's instructions as best you can, or make things difficult for him? Do your best. He's come up with a new game. You take 10 steps straight forward, holding your hands out for balance. The rocky dirt between the garden beds crunches under your feet. Yeah, Cal says. Now turn to your right and take 15 steps until you get to the door. You turn to the right and walk forward, counting out 15 steps. When you stop, Cal laughs. You can hear his footsteps crunching behind you. I forgot how much bigger I am than you. You're like 2 more steps away. You take 2 more steps until your outstretched hands land on the warm metal of the door. Success. Awesome, Cal says. You can't help but smile. This is fun. Now hit the door button on the right, and then keep walking forward until I say stop. Go really slowly, okay? You open the door and walk forward. The path slopes downwards and your feet slip a little bit. Even though you're moving as slowly as you can, real dirt is nothing like the metal floors of the stratospheric. It's Turbo Rocky here. Turbo Rocky? Cal is stealing my phrases. And you can feel uneasiness prickle up in the back of your arms. Just keep going forward slowly. I trust him. You slowly creep down the slope to the centre of the colony, somehow managing not to bump into anything. Cal cheers. Okay, now turn a little to your right and keep walking straight. We're so close. You carefully pick your way forward, stopping when you hear Mars's unmistakable voice ring across the courtyard. What are you nullheads doing? Cal tells you you're playing a game. So, is that a real game? Mars scoffs. Looks like Solana is just wandering around with a scarf over their eyes. Aren't you a little old for this? Oh, I can't ignore her. Maybe she's right. Embarrassment burns in your belly as you tear off the blindfold. Blinking away tears in the sudden brightness, you can see Mars looking down her nose at you. Mars sneers, tossing her braids over her shoulder. I thought you were cooler, Solana. Let me know when you're ready to play adult games. You're not sure what she meant by that. Welcome in, first time chatter Nova Luna plays. I am loving this game. It's been really tragic so far, but it's really good. You become aware of Cal standing behind you. Sorry, Solana, he says quietly. I guess it is kind of a silly game. You ask if he wants to get some Watato juice from the cafeteria instead. You spend the afternoon brainstorming ideas for more games with no winners or losers. Okay, that was cute. But yeah, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I don't want to talk to you. You're mean. What I do want to do is talk to Dis. Where is he? There he is. You tell Dis that his sister Tangent wants to know where he's been disappearing off to. His eyes flit briefly to yours. Then he stares vaguely off toward the engineering wing, where his sister is reading on her holopalm between classes. He doesn't say anything. She's worried about you. She doesn't care about me, he says suddenly. Sullenly. Tangent's just worried she'll get into trouble if I don't come home one day. He scowls and picks at the hem of his sweater. She doesn't care about anything but her schoolwork. Just leave him alone. His shoulders slump in relief as you go. Okay. So I don't know. Let's go and do some more humanities work. There's some sort of emergency in engineering that requires Hal's attention, so today's class will be taught by the ship's AI, Congruence. Good morning, Congruence chirps. Today we're going to talk about the formation of the Autumna group and their decision to leave Earth. It's a very exciting topic, and I think you're finally ready to hear about it. Let's dig in. You know how it started: economic and environmental instability, coupled with deeply entrenched hatreds, had thrown Earth into chaos. And you know how it ended. In that chaos, your parents formed the Vertumna Group with the plan to leave Earth. 20 years later, they and their star-born children, you, slid through a wormhole and ended up here on a planet you called Vertumna. But there's so much you didn't know. Congruence pulls up a hollow projection of an unassuming human with a firm maternal gaze. This is Planktonic Ascendance Wang Botha Schmidt, she says, the spiritual leader of the Vertumna movement. They were what people called a speculative fiction writer. Oh? Oh, please don't tell me this is a religion formed by a sci-fi writer. They were what people called a speculative fiction writer. The Vertumna Project proved that their writing, though speculative, was far from fiction. Wait, a sci-fi author? Yes, Congruence tells you. Their best-selling novel, Life Beyond the Einstein-Rosen Bridge, told the story of a fictional utopia on the other side of the real-life anomaly at the edge of the solar system. Scientists have been investigating the wormhole for years, but it took a poet to imagine that we could travel through it. Wang Botha Schmidt's writing centered around the idea of humanity building a technological utopia on another world. Translated to 100 languages, this was a compelling idea to people at the time, so fans started connecting in vert space. Far from just a book club, these people bonded over mutual aid amid the increasing unrest on their own countries. They were committed to Wang Botha Schmidt's idea of a future where everyone is treated equally without prejudice. But they realised it couldn't be done online, Congruence tells you. Though committed to social justice, the group saw the impossibility of forming a truly egalitarian society while also reckoning with their own implicit biases and the diverse context of their real lives. They realised that this was the work of generations and the solutions must look to the future, as Wang Botha Schmidt did. So they got together. The image of a squat concrete building with a rooftop garden replaces Wang Botha Schmidt. Around the edges of the classroom, the holoprojector gives the impression of towering walls topped with razor wire. This is the first Vertumna colony, Congress tells you. 400 people volunteered to sacrifice their own cultural beliefs to walk through these doors, agreeing to come up with a new way of life that would be taught to their children. Babies were conceived from egg and sperm donors chosen by lottery and raised community like you as the second generation of the Vertumna group. Those babies were your parents. Oh. The cautionary tale, do not build on Vertumna. Wait, was it some kind of cult? Yes, Congruence tells you cheerily. Oh boy. The Vertumna group was widely considered to be a non-religious cult. Membership was outlawed in some countries. Planktonic Ascendance Wang Botha Schmidt was later assassinated for their connection to the group, and the ensuing violence affected many lives. You think of your mother and her prosthetic leg and how she rarely talked about her life on Earth. The hollow projection now shows the compound under siege. As more colonies were founded, word got out about the Vertumna group's social experiments, Congress continues. Assimilationism was an unpopular ideology at the time because it had been used to commit terrible genocides on Earth. This, combined with the panic that the Vertumna group was destroying the family unit or raising an army of gene tech super soldiers, brought the colony under attack from all sides. But cultural assimilation is horrible. Is it? Hold on. Let me try and figure out what the fuck they're talking about. I do not know what cultural assimilation is. It's a process where a minority group gradually adopts the cultural traits of the more dominant group, potentially leading to a loss of distinct cultural identity. This can involve changes in languages, customs, values, and behaviours. Assimilation can be voluntary, as when immigrants choose to adopt aspects of the new culture, or involuntary, due to social or economic pressures. Hi, Rainbow. Oh, sorry. Quiet, hi, Rainbow. Okay, this is heavy stuff for a visual novel. I don't know, you know. I'm going to say it is, because I'm not sure. Maybe the AI will tell me what's good about it. What a very gentle way of putting it. Yeah. In leaving behind inherited traditions, rules, and resentments, the hope is that humanity may be wiped clean of centuries of intergenerational trauma. Congruence sounds like she's reciting doctrine. Even the first generation of the Vertumna group wasn't certain it was possible. You're the beginning of the new beginning. Who knows what you'll be capable of? You get the feeling you're not going to get a nuanced answer from the ship's AI. The image of the burning compound is replaced by the stratospheric on a launch pad. Luckily, the next phase of the Vertumna project was ready to launch. 100 colonists were selected to leave Earth on a colony ship, to seed a far-flung corner of the universe with a new human culture. She smiles. The ultimate goal of the Vertumna group was you, children, she says. A generation raised completely unburdened by the troubles that plagued Earth. Isn't that lovely? But how did they build the ship? What was Earth like when they left? So nobody on Earth was like us. How did they build the ship? Orbital voyages were a hobby for the ultra-rich in an earlier century, so there were several relics to be found in museums. The difficulty was not in acquiring a ship, but making it spaceworthy and in the logistics of the launch itself. The group crowdsourced enough funding to purchase and repair the ship. As for logistics, well, you're speaking to the solution right now. I was acquired by connected group members, along with the gene tech that created you and your parents. What was Earth like when they left? Terrible. Congruence shows you some dire demographics. The institutions that had given people the illusion of safety were torn down, and wars were rampant, both resource-based and ideological. Large parts of the Earth were rendered uninhabitable by climate change, pollution, and nuclear war, especially the critical food-growing regions of the world. The Vertumna group weren't the only ones trying to escape Earth, but as far as we know, were the only success. So nobody on Earth was like us. The Vertumna group members have a unique culture, Congruence replies, but it's formed from a combination of many heritages from Earth. Even the language you speak, Esperanto, was invented to bring people together. Oh my god, they speak Esperanto. And don't worry, you brought the best of your heritage with you. You're humans. Wait. But if we're humans, why do some of them have elf ears? So much information. Your head is so stuffed with ideas it might burst. Oh god, even the picture! Even the picture looks like a cult. Oh no. Professor Hal and your parents never mentioned this stuff before. They waited to tell you because they wanted you to grow up without feeling different based on your genetic makeup or family history. It's hard to imagine having a different culture than your neighbours. You wonder what it's like. Everyone celebrating different holidays, eating different food, speaking different languages. Are you missing out, or are you better without it, like the original colonists believed? It's hard to say, as the decision was made for you long before you were born. All you can do is be the best Solana you can be. That is some deep stuff. Holy shit. Okay. That's a 16. Can I put this in the middle? Okay, that's 14. I think that's the best I can get. This feels like some sort of System Shock marathon type scenario with the AI dumping the lore. I don't know. I think there's a lot more to this. And I am beginning to wonder if this is the kind of game that encourages multiple playthroughs to get all the information. I am very curious about that. Late dust. Tangent sniffs the air. It stinks out here. Not just one stink either. Every day it's a new stink. Today it smells like that time the waste reclamation unit broke down. Yuck. Oh, I don't have a thing. You haven't noticed the smell. She sure is sensitive. Or maybe she just likes the stale air inside the ship better. Despite the heat, Dis remains covered from head to toe in black. It's not that hot, he mumbles. Does this interest you? Oh, I haven't got a collectible to give you. Is there stuff lying around? Yeah, I'm very curious as to how this goes. Okay, so I don't have enough to train. Let's study. Let's do some more life sciences study. Engineering or life sciences? Life science. Good afternoon, my burgeoning biologists and up-and-coming chemists. Professor Hell welcomes you back to your old classroom. This afternoon, we'll learn what it's like, what I like to call the wet sciences. He gestures to the hollow-protected lesson plan. Biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology and geology. You'll learn a little bit of everything with opportunities for further study in your favourite field. Okay. So... Oh, I don't have another humanities card. Oh, okay. 3. 1, 1, 1, 5. Can I get one more out of this? I don't think I can. If I do this, it drops. If I do this, it drops. Okay. +1 biology. Nice. Early wet. Oh, it's actually raining. Can I do any of the things that they want me to in here yet? Nope. Okay, let's do some ploughing instead. Shovel dirt. One of the best things about working in the gardens is that sometimes you can sneak a little carrot or something as a treat. One carrot isn't going to hurt anyone, you figure. They're so sweet and good when you eat them right from the ground. True facts. Ooh, a lot of ones here. 1, 1, 1, 2. Just done it. You're having a terrifying, familiar dream, a monster crashing through the walls, unfathomably large, every part of it wriggling and moving as if searching for something. It tramples through the colony as you watch helplessly. Time shifts to the wreckage of your home. You're picking through it, looking for something, tears streaking down your dust-covered face as you lift heavy pieces of debris, searching. You wake up shouting no, but your voice is drowned out by the deafening rumble from the skies outside. The bedroom window is covered in water? It's pouring down from the clouds. You guess this must be rain, but you've never experienced it before. There's a bright flash from outside, then another crack and rumble. Thunder. It must be a thunderstorm. It's still the early hours of the morning. You've already almost forgotten your bad dream, but you're too unsettled to go back to sleep yet. The rain beats down on the roof of your quarters, joined now and then with the great peals of thunder, like the footsteps of an angry beast. Run outside in the rain, hell yeah! It's surprisingly warm outside, and the water feels nice hitting your head. Everything smells fresh and damp and wonderful, and the dusty packed ground has turned into squelchy mud between your toes. You don't go too far from the door to your quarters, but it's exciting being outside in the dark, watching dramatic streaks of lightning arc down to the hills behind the colony. That's super cool. Mid-wet, okay. Oh, I can't follow him. I need perception of 15. He's definitely skulking. Tell someone. You tell Security Chief Rhett that you saw Dis up to no good behind the garrison. He's too distracted trying to put buckets under various leaks in the roof to pay you much attention. Thank you, Solana. I'll check it out later, he says, waving you off. If there's a danger to the colony, one of the lookouts will catch it. You're not so sure. You know Dis. He's very good at hiding when he doesn't want to be found. Okay, so my perception needs to go up. Tangent is watching the construction crew build scaffolding for the new engineering pavilion. They're using mushwood, which is so light that one person can easily lift a 10-metre long pole and stack it into place. She points toward them. Human beings are so great, don't you think? Before we landed, this was all just dirty jungle. Now it's civilization. I've been learning about adaptability in writing in biology class. The books say it's what sets us apart from the animals. Like, we don't need fur because we can make warm clothes, and if it's too hot, we can make air conditioners instead. Maybe the animals have neat adaptations. Tangent rolls her eyes at you. Maybe, but even if they do, I haven't seen any real sign of intelligent life here. Just those big dumb xenofauna. Some animals here are smart and friendly. Tang looks skeptical. They're still animals, Solana. Maybe they're just pretending to be nice so you'll feed them. You're lucky it didn't eat you. She folds her arms. Dorb Smiths look cute, but one can eat through a bag of rice in less than 30 minutes. Even a herbivore can be dangerous here. Doesn't have to want to eat you to be able to hurt you. Together, you watch as the foreman pulls the blueprints for the scaffolding onto the floating screen of her holopalm and raises it to the scaffolding to check their progress. I'd like to see an alien do that, Tang says primly. Humans look defenseless and weak, but we're the strongest species in the galaxy. Who else can literally bend reality to their will? Not a stupid alien, that's for sure. This feels like you're going to have to eat your words at some point. She puts one finger to her chin. I'm living proof that humanity is greater than our biology, she says. All of us are, really, with our genetic enhancements. We're really the next steps in humanity's evolution from great ape to galactic superspecies. Oh my god. Okay, I can't do anything with anemone. Let's go and... God, let's go and study humanities again, I guess. Ooh, writing an essay. It's not very punk rock. No, I write... Right, Sleepy? She's just like, oh, we're the greatest thing ever. You're doing creative writing in teams, and you're paired with Mars. You wish it was Tang. She always does so well on these. The theme is Earth's natural environment. Mars takes a topic at face value and wants to write about how beautiful everything was on Earth. With blue skies and green plants everywhere, and huge oceans that went forever. It always looks gorgeous in the carefully staged movies you've seen on holovids. I think I'm going to write about climate change. Mars wants to write about Earth's lush forests and deep jewel-like oceans, but you stop her. Wasn't Earth basically on fire when your parents left? You decide you should spend extra time researching how things really were. You've learned the basics from congruence, but what was it actually like? You ask her for all the information she has on the ecological collapse of Earth. Well, congruence replies, first carbon emissions trapped the heat of the sun, which raised the global average temperature. You ask her to stop so you can look up carbon emissions, then she continues. So the polar ice melted and the oceans rose and became too warm to sustain life. Mass weather disruption caused grassland to become desert, then the bees died, then so did everything they used to pollinate. Food instability caused wars to break out. By the time your parents left Earth, everything was essentially either underwater, on fire most of the year, or irradiated. Learning all this stresses you out, all of that just because people wanted to drive in cars and own lots of stuff made in faraway places, and have big families and keep their big houses the same temperature all year, all by burning dirty mud they dug out of the ground. Could that happen here too? You're too bummed to present your findings, but Mars steps up. She gets a few facts messed up, but presents it well. She ends on a high note. She doesn't think the mud here on Vertumna is as flammable as the weird mud they had on Earth, so no problem. You don't get an amazing grade. Mars accepts this with grace, but you think you would have done better if you'd gone with her idea. Oh no! Okay. Set neighbours to this value. Okay, we'll start with that. Then we'll do stress cry. Calm temperament, stress cry, first words, then discovering. I need 13. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. We'll move this to here. No, we won't. Tell a lie. We'll move this to here. That's only 10. Oh no. Ooh, okay. Oh, of course. You do it in number order. It's a flush. Right, gotcha. Win. But my anime waifu pillow? Yeah, we can't do without those, Sleepy. Mid-wet. Next month. Let's work on some sports. Sports ball. You're paired with Nougat in practice. You make the mistake of underestimating her, and she wipes the pitch with you. Uh-oh. Okay. Botathon champion, then this. No, wait, then this. Okay. Okay, 15. I'll take a 15. Victorious! Hell yeah. More bravery, please. The days are getting shorter, with only the yellow sun barely skimming the horizon. One morning you wake in the darkness and have to check your holopalm to know what time it is. You see a hollow stream from Mars. Good morning to all of my pals, if you can even call it morning. They've named it glow season because, like, everything is crazy glowing out there in the dark. I am staying the heck inside for the next month. What's the point of even going out if you can't see anything? It's going to be a long, boring month. No way, it looks cool out there. You peek out the window. The wormhole is the biggest you've ever seen it, like a massive fiery ring in the sky. Every planet must be very close to it now. And out in the jungle, something new is taking place. The plants are flowering, glowing, iridescent blooms, and everything is full of life. There are strange new sounds, long hooting calls, and gurgling roars. After Mars's message is a notice from the council warning everyone to stay safe inside. Tammy's dad and the other surveyors have been called back and the gates closed for the month. There's a tension in the air, as if everyone is waiting for something. Uh-oh. Can I train with you? Nope. Gosh darn. Ah, hello, Mumther. Solana, your mum stops you as you walk by. What are you doing out of your quarters? It isn't safe out here. But I'm going to school. She nods with grudging approval. Fair enough, she replies. Stay close to the stratospheric, got it? We don't know what's out there this time of year. As you walk away and are just out of earshot, you hear her mumble, stars. It is beautiful, though. Aww. Is there stuff on the ground? Oh, you're very glowy. Oh, I can't do it. Harvest a sturdy mushroom log. Or mushwood. Let's see if I can get him to be friends with me. Okay. Thank you, Dis says, clearly unsure about how to react. I'll find something to do with it. Okay. I wonder if there's stuff that I've just been missing all over the floor. Okay, let's do some more engineering, I guess. Reasoning, friendship with tangent, biology and reasoning. Do you know what? Let's stack some more humanities. Tangent's least favourite part of humanities are the days you study Earth poetry. She just doesn't get it. If the author was trying to tell us something, why didn't they just come out and say it? I mean, there's no lie there. Okay, 0, 1, 3, 1, 2. Unless I do this. That's a 14. Yeah, okay, let's take that. It's daytime when the emergency sirens start up. Well, what passes for day? It's still nearly pitch black except for an eerie green twilight glow on the horizon. You look towards the gates. They're open. Wait, they shouldn't be open. The alert blares out of every speaker in the colony. It's the same one used for hull breaches and fires. And in space it meant you were supposed to go to the nearest emergency shaft and put on a spacesuit. On Vertumna it means to go to an assembly point and wait for instructions. The closest assembly point is the children's creche, but from the opposite direction you hear shouting and loud popping noises. Gunfire. Is the colony under attack? Let's go and help fight. Fuck yes. You try your best to be brave and fight back. First, you dodge some helpful grown-ups who point you back to the creche, then you head outside to get your bearings. You can hear yelling from up the stairs to command, and a commotion to the southeast, at Geoponics where your parents are working. Ooh, Geoponics, let's go. Your parents are defending the greenhouse from a pack of knee-high creatures which seem to have eyes growing all over their bodies. Their oily flesh ripples with a constant subtle motion as the individual eyes blink one at a time incessantly. You can't tell which end is which to these horrible things. Cal is standing nearby, wide-eyed. He slowly picks up a shovel and moves beside you. He reluctantly holds the shovel in front of himself like a weapon. Easy, doggies, he whispers. We don't want to hurt you. Get out of here, both of you, run, your mum shouts, attracting the pack's attention. All except one animal, which moves straight towards you and Cal. figure out what it wants. You look into its too many eyes and see fear. This creature is scared of you. To Cal's amazement, you crouch down and try to look less threatening, and choose two eyes at random to look into to communicate with. You start to reach out a hand, but the creature is trembling. Staring into its eyes has made it even more frightened than before. It pounces. Combat challenge. Oh god, okay. Goal of 27? Oh, okay. 0, 1, 3. Yes, okay. Ooh, we get combat. I like this. Okay. 1, 2. Going to put a 2 here, 0 here. Ooh. Uh. 7. Okay, it's better if I do this and then move that there. It's not much though, is it? Not getting much of a bonus. Oof, okay. Set neighbours to this value. Okay, so that one. Then this guy. So we got some ones. There we go. 1, 3, 5. Cool. Super goal. We kicked the shit out of this weird eye dog thing. You killed it with nothing but a rake thrust deep into several of the creature's many eyes. The rest of the pack scampers off the moment it falls. You've never killed anything before. The body of the creature was so terrifying a minute ago, and now it looks strangely small and harmless. All of its eyes have closed for good now. Cal crouches beside it in shock. I told you to run, Solana. Uh-oh. Your mum looks furious that you put yourself in danger. She storms over and you think she's going to slap you. Then suddenly she pulls you into her arms and hugs you. She keeps rocking you and saying, my baby, over and over. It's pretty surreal. Almost as weird as the dog things with the eyes, honestly. After 2 weeks of darkness with the blue sun barely skimming the horizon, it begins to move higher in the sky and daytime returns. The council admits they don't know how the gates were opened or how the creatures got in. Some of the attacking creatures were once thought to be docile. Others were species nobody had seen before. It was like something had driven them to assault the colony. At least nobody was killed. This time. Wow. Oh god, childhood is fleeting. The game will end when you reach 20. So you should focus on a few skills to improve and friends to spend time with. Use the skills and friends buttons at the top left of the screen to keep track of them. Good luck. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. Friends. Oh yeah, I can change that. So I'm friends with Tangent and Cal. Not these people though. Okay. Gear. Okay. Locked need perk. Wait, what? There is a lot to this. So if I start age 12, do I get all this extra stuff? Let's just call it M1. So I know this is my first playthrough. Gotta go, Matto. Have a fun stream. Sleepy, have a good one. Thank you for popping in. It's lovely to see you. Have a good rest of your day. Appreciate you. Okay, well, here is where I'm going to end. This game is incredible so far. I am so into this. What an amazing game. Thank you again, Finji, for the code. Please, everyone in chat, I do have a pinned message, which is my affiliate link. So if you want to check out the game, please use that link in the pinned message. Yeah, YouTube, the link is below if you want to check it out as well. Thank you for joining me. If you like this, like and subscribe for more videos like this, or come and join us live, twitch.tv/DearMatto. That's where I'll be. Yeah, come and say hi to us. It will be awesome. Anyway, bye for now, YouTube.